is up, family? Welcome to Speak, the best 90 minutes of your life. I can't promise it, but I will at least try to, make some sort of guarantee of it. That's the Eagles' all-time right. Oh, is that Gucci?
Gucci Goo.
God, dog, you had a good weekend. You wearing Gucci suits? That's different. You can't hide money, but he doesn't even try to. On the far end, that's Super Bowl champ James Jones, and to his right, NFL insider, knowledgeable of all things, my guy, Dave Hellman. Family, I cannot delay any longer because this topic is just too good. CeeDee, what are you doing?
Oh, no, you got me hyped.
I feel like Mike Larry, you know what I mean?
Well, this is about to be a great show. Okay, starting off with the Dallas Cowboys. The biggest names on the Cowboys roster: Dak Prescott, Micah Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs. But I'm focusing on three right now. Micah Parsons, the man on your screen. CeeDee Lamb, the man now on your screen. And the man I assume is about to be on your screen right now with Dak Prescott. Because the word on the street is this: that the Cowboys are going to prioritize Dak Prescott's deal first and foremost. Now, if you are talking about the Cowboys, there is no more intelligent voice on all of television than the voice to my left, Dave Hellman. Been covering the Dallas Cowboys for 12 years now. Dave and I both worked in Dallas in 2016. We were there when Dak Prescott got drafted. So quite literally, of all the Dallas Cowboys talk and jargon that you will hear and that you will read about, no better voice to hear about it than the one to my left. We won't start with you, though, Dave, because we got to start with the Eagles' all-time rushing leader. We got to start with the Eagles' all-time rushing leader. CeeDee, is it a smart move for the Cowboys to prioritize the quarterback, the most important position in football? Is it smart to prioritize Dak before CeeDee Lamb, before Micah Parsons?
That was crazy. You like teed him up, and then it's like interception.
Gassed me up.
And then we talking about Dak. Right? Interception, that kind of Dak. You know what? I'm going to say no, right? I'm going to say no just because of a guy like Michael Parsons is a generational talent, right? And to have a guy like that on your team, it makes everything better about the Dallas Cowboys, right? CeeDee Lamb, another guy, right? Having a guy like that at 88, first of all, 88 for the Cowboys is a different number, right? Only the elite of the elite of the elite get that number.
Yes, sir.
Right? You talk about Michael, you talk about Dez, now you got CeeDee. So, yes, I think you need to take care of these guys because they are your best players on your team. They're a lot younger, and we don't know their ceiling. I don't know what CeeDee Lamb's ceiling is. I've seen a guy from Oklahoma get better and better and better. Now he's elite of the elite, top 3, top 5, however you want to see it. Michael Parsons, I know he's from Harrisburg. I know a lot of ballers come from Harrisburg. But the thing with Micah is, like, not only is he the best player on your team, and he's going to get better and better and better, but, he might be the best player in the league in 3 or 4 years. He might be the best, the number one. So I just think with these guys, there's no ceiling. They're getting better and better. Where Dak Prescott, we know his ceiling, right? 8 years to get a first-team All-Pro, right? Pretty good. Second or third on the MVP voting, that's pretty darn good. But the only thing about Dak Prescott is he will not win the big game when the lights are bright. Playoffs, we've seen it, right? We've seen it this year. We've seen it last year. We've seen it the year before last year. We've all seen it. So my thing is, I would take care of the other guys before I take care of Dak Prescott. The reason why is because the Cowboys knew this. When they were going over the conversation of having a contract negotiations, the first thing they said was, hey, look, man, we're only going to go as far as Dak Prescott takes us. And where has he taken them? To the playoffs, great regular season, postseason can't win.
I don't know why he side-eyed this man.
He usually does.
When he said postseason can't win.
Let's be honest.
Dave, before I get to you, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say, because genuinely, I say this facetiously at times, but in all seriousness, when talking Cowboys, I genuinely do not prefer any conversation outside of yours. I don't think it's smart to prioritize Dak over Parsons. Prioritize Dak over CeeDee. I'll get to my why, but Micah Parsons is a generational talent. He is a top 3 player at his position in the National Football League. Through the first 3 years of an NFL career, Micah Parsons is 4th in NFL history in sacks. 4th in NFL history, family, through the first 4 years. You're looking at 2 Hall of Famers and a person in Aldon Smith who is likely on track to do something similar, if not for off-of-the-field issues. He is 4th. Micah Parsons should get his money first and foremost. I understand he has 2 more years to get his money because he's a first-round pick. But knowing Micah Parsons is going to break the bank, go ahead and break it earlier before the bank costs you even more money. Not to mention, if you know anything about Micah Parsons' representation, David Mulugeta, he don't play about getting his clients his. So go ahead and get Micah done. As for CeeDee and Dak, to me, I think CeeDee is a top 8 to 12 wide receiver. I think Dak is a top 8 to 12 quarterback. I think that you can find 8 to 12 other dudes who can do what CeeDee can do, and you can find 8 to 12 other dudes who can do what Dak Prescott can do. They're both really good players, but Micah Parsons is generational. Pay Micah his bread because he's generational. Then if you want to pay Dak before CeeDee, I will submit. Sure. But Dak Prescott, he got his All-Pro. CeeDee, he got his All-Pro. They both got one. I don't care who you pay after that. To me, Micah got to get paid first, Dave.
8 to 12?
8 to 12. I mean, 8 to 12 about CeeDee, that caught my eye, too. I mean,
So CeeDee's not your top 5 receiver right now?
No, sir. No, sir. Had a really good season, though.
That's
he up there.
That's very interesting. I actually, in a vacuum, I agree with everything you just said. You would prefer to prioritize the best players. And I'm not going to get up on national TV and say that Dak Prescott is better at his job than Micah Parsons or CeeDee Lamb is at their job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Micah's top 3 edge rusher in the NFL. I think CeeDee's a top 3, top 5 receiver for me. They should be prioritized. But the Cowboys haven't been smart about this entire thing. They haven't been smart for a year plus at this point because they've known they were getting to this point with Dak Prescott. And this is an argument you and I have off camera all the time. CeeDee Lamb is a 2-time All-Pro. It might be, it was second team. He's 1-time first team, but he has been named to an All-Pro team twice in his career. The Cowboys had a year and a half knowing that they had an all-pro caliber receiver to get this done, and they didn't do it. It's nobody's fault but their own that Dak and CeeDee are both heading into the final year of their deals. The problem with that is CeeDee, you can franchise tag him, and maybe that's not fair. Players don't like it, but the Cowboys can keep CeeDee Lamb on their team for multiple seasons beyond this one. Micah Parsons, as you just said, he's got 2 years left. You can franchise tag him. Keep in mind, too, Micah in Dallas a week or two ago at minicamp, of course he wants to get paid, but he very nonchalantly was like, yeah, I'll set the market when it's time for me to set the market. Talk about having confidence. Like that guy, he knows. Micah Parsons knows as long, like he's going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL. If not right now, then a year from right now. Of course.
So if you're the Cowboys, knowing that, why not do it
because
now? Because you know that's going to happen.
You've got to prioritize the guy that you don't have leverage over, and that's Dak Prescott. He's heading into the final year of his deal. No tag clause, no trade clause. If he gets to March, he probably walks because every team in the league can now compete with you. You can't do anything to keep him. Might not be able to match considering you've got CeeDee and Micah Parsons to pay. If you don't get Dak Prescott paid by August, maybe early September, he very likely won't be a Dallas Cowboy in March. Maybe the Cowboys are cool with that. I'm just going to go off of everything we've heard, read, seen in the news that they're not, that they want him. So if they do, you've got to prioritize that because Mike is going to be there for 3 years at bare minimum. Yeah, he is. That's just how it works.
But you're not factoring in the nuance of that. We all sit here and know.
No, I get it.
The nuance of the representation.
Sure.
The nuance of Jalen Ramsey repped by Micah Parsons' agent. Jalen Ramsey did not stay in Jacksonville. The nuance of disregard the off the field for a moment of Deshaun was going to leave Houston regardless of what occurred off of the field. The nuance of the Cowboys do not have leverage over clients repped by David Mulligeta or athletes first clients.
I know
that leverage leaves.
David Mulligeta is amazing at getting his guys paid. I understand that. But the Cowboys still have cards in that deck. Would you at least agree with that?
Yes, sir.
They don't have any cards in the Dak Prescott deck. And for that reason and that reason alone, I think you have to prioritize him.
Why y'all acting like this is a surprise? Dak ain't no priority. If Dak was a priority, Dak would have been paid. Dak would have been paid in the middle of the season last year when he was having this MVP conversation and he was in this all-pro conversation. Dak would have been paid last year. We came in this offseason, and there's been a bunch of these little articles, too, talking about basically, is Dak our guy? Do we want to commit to Dak? It's been those conversations, too. Now, all of a sudden, we're talking about he's a priority. You ain't fooling me, Dallas Cowboys, and I'm sure you're not fooling Dak Prescott's team because if he was a priority, he would have been paid because that's the smart and right thing to do.
He makes
right now, for me, it's only one dude that's not in the building. Them other dudes have showed up. The dude that's not in the building is CeeDee Lamb, who was a top 5 wide receiver that just seen Justin Jefferson break the bank, and my numbers is similar to him. If Dak Prescott does not have CeeDee Lamb out there, they both might not get paid. because he needs CeeDee Lamb. So for me, it's one dude that's not in the building. Micah's going to play football this year, which means you have next year in the offseason or even during this season to throw the bag and make him the highest paid pass rusher, right? Same with Dak. At least Dak has not showed us he's going to hold out. Now, he could surprise everybody and not come to training camp, but right now he is there and he's saying all the right things. It's one all-pro dude on your football team that's saying, I'm not going to play for the Dallas Cowboys this year unless you break me my bread. So for me, it's CeeDee Lamb. They have to get CeeDee Lamb done, get him in the building. If Dak is your priority, get him done after